Now I said no remainder on the last one. That was kind of my lead into this one. There's an x plus 6. We're going to end up having remainders today. That's the big difference. So there's some practice with doing exactly the same thing, but we may end up coming out. It's nice over here. Those match, and therefore we know we did everything right. Here's the thing you're going to have to pay attention to here. They're not always going to match, and if they don't match, then what do we do with our answer? Well, it's a fair question. Here's a 2x squared. We're taking that, we're putting it up in the upper corner of our area part to get started. That times what is equal to the 2x squared? Well, it's a 2x, the 2, and then the x squared. 2 times 6 is 12. We got the x there. Together, these guys add up to that. I need one more x to get 13. 1 plus 12 is 13. I need a plus 1 up here, and 1 times 6 is 6, but looky there. Now what I would suggest, since we've kind of gotten in this habit of looking at that diagonal, this does not match that. Doesn't mean we've done something wrong necessarily, although you want to keep track of things and maybe go back and take a double take. But the question is, what would this have to be to kind of make it work the way we've been doing? To get this 1x, I said, well, 12 plus what is equal to 13, and we came up with the 1x. I want to do the same thing here. There's a remainder in this particular problem. And if I say 6 plus what is going to give me a negative 7, well, I need a negative big number, because this is positive, that's negative. So I got to go all the way from positive 6 to negative 7. It's a negative 13. Okay? That means I have 13 that are floating out around there somewheres. Now, just for a moment here, I'm going to ask you to do this. I don't know, 11 into, let's say, 300. Okay? 11 goes into 300 twice. 2 times 11 is 22. Bring down, subtract. There's an 80. 11 goes into 87 times. 7 times 11, 77. And we subtract. There's a 3. Now, we can also add zeros and bring stuff down, but back in the day, we used to say, well, there's an R3, meaning we have a remainder of 3. Well, then we graduated from first or second grade or whatever that is, and we said, oh, okay, well then, instead of saying an R3, and this was a long time ago, we would say, okay, well, there's 11 goes into 300, 27 and 3 11ths, right? And so we were big time then, and we said, okay, well, this is a mixed fraction. I've got a number portion of it, and then the remainder is going to be out of what we were dividing by. Since we were dividing by 11, that's your denominator. Well, the same thing applies here. Okay, my answer is still what I end up with on top. So this is a 2x plus 1, but I have a remainder of negative 13. Like we did over here, we're just going to kind of stick it next to the rest of the answer. So next to this, I'm just going to put a minus 13, but like we did 3 over 11, because that's what we're dividing by, we're dividing here by an x plus 6. And so that's kind of how you want to leave the answer. This is why we do it. This is just what you'll do. We'll do some more practice.